It's just water. I'm a very thirsty person. Take that as you will. Probably for about the last year, I've been consistently seeing a lot of body categorizing methods on TikTok, and the one that consistently sticks out to me is the Kibbe test. Now, I think it sticks out to me because I just genuinely don't understand it. Like, it's supposed to be some elevated body categorizing method that some dude like came up with, I think in like 1980 something. And because I grew up in the early 2000s when it was like oddly popular to categorize your body as a fruit or a column or an hourglass, if you will, I feel like I have this propensity to want to categorize my body, not because I'm my harshest critic, and like I am my harshest critic, but lately, because I've like kind of come into this new sense of style and this new acceptance of what my style is or isn't, I'm really genuinely interested in what silhouettes, what shapes, colors, and what styles are going to look best on my body. That's not to say that you can't wear whatever you want, because I most definitely will continue wearing whatever I want. But I do think that a little bit more knowledge as far as proportion and line, I could potentially make garments that fit me better, that suit me better, and that I feel more comfortable in. Because there have been times where I've tried clothes on at the store and I was like, these suck. These clothes look terrible on me. And then when I get home, I realize I have a lot of those clothes kind of already in my closet, and I'm like, why did I buy these? And it's because they were trendy or they were on sale, and I have a really hard time saying no to a good sale. I think that if I was shopping more considerately for my body type and my body shape, I might end up finding items that I reach for consistently because I just love them and I love the way they look on my body. If body image triggers you, this is not the page for you, because I find myself talking about it quite often lately, and I probably never am going to stop talking about it because it's like one of those hurdles that I have to get over. And I'm like not exactly like a young person. I'm not a teenager anymore. I've really accepted this is the body that I have. I'm gonna try and take care of it the best that I can, but I also wanna dress it the best that I can. And potentially the Kibbe body type test might make that easier. And honestly, I've been looking in my closet lately and I hate most of my clothes, so. Let's get on with this. My plan is I'm going to take like maybe 1 or 2 tests and just kind of see what they say and maybe learn a little bit in the process. This is not a video of me teaching you what each body type is. No, this is purely selfish. I'm here to learn about me and talk about me. You came to this channel. You're in my house now. We're gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Couch is over there. The bathroom is down the hall. There are snacks in the cupboard. If you get a snack, bring one for me. So I literally am just starting by typing Kibbe body type in the Google Kibbe body type quiz, and I spelled Kibbe wrong. That's fine. This one says it's 100% accurate. Let's do that one first. Start quiz. For the purposes of this video, I have an image of myself which I've kind of turned into a little bit of a stencil. This morning after I worked out and decided I was going to make this video, I put a swimsuit on and then stood awkwardly in front of my camera to like video record myself. From the video recording, I screen grabbed one shot and then like used that picture to trace around in my iPad. But for you guys, it's probably here because that's typically where I put the pictures. So I can reference that. What are your shoulder shape? Okay, well, looking at my picture, one side of my body is very much more like schlumpy than the other, and that's a problem I'm gonna have to fix sooner or later, because that's probably, I mean, I have chronic pain, so what did I expect? Maybe that's why I have chronic pain, is because I'm always like leaning to one side. This is embarrassing, but I'm gonna keep going. So narrow and sharp, broad and blunt, symmetrical and even, sloped but tapered, sloped and rounded. I don't feel like they're very narrow. I hesitate to say symmetrical and even. Broad and blunt kind of feels right for me. We're gonna go with broad and blunt. What is the size and shape of your hands and feet? I am not showing you guys my feet on this video platform. If you want feet pics, you can pay for them elsewhere. Like if you're willing to spend money on my feet pics, absolutely hit me up. And if not, keep walking. Okay, size and shape of my hands and feet. Long, lean, sinewy? I don't know that word. Large and broad, moderate, neither long, broad, delicate, nor small, small, narrow, delicate, small, and slightly wide. Okay, process of elimination. I wouldn't say they're small, narrow, or delicate, or small and slightly wide. Like, I can throw those out immediately. Long, lean, sinewy, large and broad, moderate, neither long, broad, delicate, nor small. I'm gonna go with option C. It just kind of seems like it's gonna fit me better. What is the length of your arms and legs? I'm gonna look at my reference image for this one. Elongated and narrow, elongated and broad, moderate, small, slightly shortish, small, very short. Again, not small, not short. We can just completely get rid of those immediately. Elongated and narrow, not quite. Elongated and broad, C, moderate. I'm gonna go with moderate again, which feels a little bit like a cop-out, but I really don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna keep going. Can people guess your height correctly? Your vertical line. I learned a little bit about this on TikTok. They pretty much just say, like, if there's like a picture of someone and they look tall or they look short, even though you don't know their actual height. Like, I guess Megan Fox and Florence Pugh are the same height, but Megan Fox looks a lot taller than Florence Pugh. It's because she has like a longer vertical line. Look at me, I'm already learning stuff. I've picked up so much already. Can someone guess my height? I would say that they're gonna know that I'm tall, but I don't necessarily think that the silhouette that I made of myself screams that's a tall person. People always think I'm taller than I really am. People sometimes guess I'm slightly taller, but not by very much. People usually guess my height correctly or aren't surprised by it at all. People usually guess I'm slightly smaller. It's very obvious to everyone I'm small in stature. Again, not the very last two. If you stand next to me, you're gonna know I'm tall. I'm 6 feet tall. That's not changing anytime soon. I'm gonna go with C. So that's like pretty consistent across the board. I feel like I'm getting that like moderate answer. What is the overall shape of your body? Long, lean, sinewy. There's that word again. I should really look that up. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Broad, tending towards muscular, symmetrical, evenly proportioned, very shapely, a delicate hourglass, not that one. Very soft, lushy, curved, a ripe hourglass. Oh, I don't know how I feel about a ripe hourglass. D and E, probably not it. I'm not the shapeliest person in the world, but I'm not like a box either. Broad, tending toward muscular, or symmetrical, evenly proportioned kind of seems to be more, you know what, no, we're going with broad. We're gonna go with broad. That's kind of like my safe space. What is the shape of your nose? Oh, I need a selfie? Okay, my nose, sharp or prominent, broad or blunt, but on the large side, possibly wide, moderate, symmetrical, delicate, tapered and narrow, or rounded and softly wide. I did get a nose job, but not for cosmetic reasons, just to help me breathe a little bit. That was the worst experience of my life. It was totally awful. I had my tonsils taken out and I got like the deviated septum thing at the same time. It's pretty rough for like 2 weeks. I don't know how I survived. But anyways, what do I think about my nose? Sharp or prominent? See, I always wanted really sharp, prominent features, but I don't think that's actually what I have. Broad or blunt? I don't necessarily think my nose is broad or blunt, and I also don't think it's like super big, but it's also not like delicate or really small. So we're gonna go with moderate again. That just kind of like seems to be fitting me. What is the shape of your cheekbones? Okay, high, prominent, wide, symmetrical, moderate, delicate, narrow, slightly rounded, rounded. What if I just go moderate again? I don't feel, well, are they rounded? I definitely don't think that my cheekbones are delicate or wide. They're kind of high, but they're not also like the highest in the entire world. We're gonna go with moderate again. What if this gets me nowhere? What if I just pick moderate on all of these things and it gets me absolutely nowhere? The flesh on your upper arms and thighs is described as, I don't know. Okay, time to get the guns out. Here are my arms. Now you know. Long, lithe, and sinewy. Elongated and tending toward muscular, moderate. Neither extremely soft nor extremely muscular or sinewy. Soft, slightly short. Very soft, slightly wide, and fleshy. I'm gonna manifest right here, and maybe that's not what I should be doing, but I'm going to manifest that my arms are elongated and trending towards muscular. That's what we're going with. What defines the shape of your jawline? Sharp, pointed, prominent, or very square. Broad or blunt, slightly wide, moderate, symmetrical, neither wide, sharp, nor rounded. Delicate, tapered, or slightly narrowed. Rounded or softly wide. The shape of my face. So it's not square, and I don't think it's really soft or wide or rounded. We're going moderate again. Which defines the shape of your lips? Straight, narrow, sometimes described as thin-lipped. What do you think? Straight, strong, slightly broad, but not full. I feel like I have kind of small lips. Moderate, evenly shaped, neither straight nor overly full. Slightly rounded, slightly full, very, very, very round, luscious lips. Okay, so not that one. Even though I wish. Gonna go with C again. The shape of your eyes is narrow, straight, closed, space, or almond shaped. Narrow, widely spaced, evenly spaced, symmetrical, moderately sized, rounded, slightly close together, very large, very round. My eyes. I feel like they're kind of evenly spaced and like not really to one extreme or the other. Maybe therein lies my power. Maybe I'm not one extreme or the other. I'm somewhere kind of like in the middle ground. That's kind of what I'm starting to think based off of this one test that I've taken. Okay, this is the last question. Your hip line could best be described as, and this is hard because I'm a tall person, but I'm also kind of thicker. And like all of the examples that I've seen so far are on very, very thin women. So I don't know, like if you are a plus sized person, and like I'm like one of those mid-sized people. I'm like 14, 16. I'm not really plus size, but I'm definitely not like the smaller sizes either. I'm like an extra large pants situation. And all of the examples that they've given so far are very fit, very thin celebrity people. And I don't appreciate that because it's not as inclusive as I think it could be. But I persist. Your hip line could best be described as tapered, straight, boyishly narrow. No, straight, slightly tapered, and slightly wide. Moderate in even proportion to my bust and waistline. Shapely and rounded, more pronounced than my waistline. Extremely soft and rounded, whatever my weight. No, I'm gonna go with B. Straight, slightly tapered, and slightly wide. So this says you are a classic body type. You have Kibbe classic body types such as Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly, I meant Grace Kelly. I never learned how to read. Gene Kelly. Grace Kelly, classic body type is balanced yin and yang. You have a symmetrical bone structure with a tendency towards slight sharpness. Your body type is slightly lithe and sinewy, musculature with proportion, bust, waist, and hips, and moderate to slightly long limb. Okay, I'm gonna take like 4 more quizzes really quick and then see what I get. I'll get back to you guys. So I get to work taking these quizzes. I'm like taking like more than just 2 or 3. I took like 6 or 7 quizzes. And I just get more and more confused every time because I keep getting classic as my results. And then I find out that because I'm over 5'7" in height, that my height automatically puts me into only one of 3 categories, which are dramatic, soft dramatic, or flamboyant natural. And none of that means anything to me. It's all super confusing, and I started feeling like super angry towards the system. I honestly just got so overwhelmed and frustrated that I kind of walked away from the project for a few days. Like, I filmed this outro just to put a lid on this box, and I thought I'd never get back into it. I needed a minute to calm down, but I'm back. And what I've decided is that most of this doesn't matter. Plain and simple, I'm going to continue wearing whatever I want to wear because I like to wear it, whether it's for my body type or not. But you guys, this kept me up at night, and for the next few days this topic lived rent-free in my head, and I think it's because I really want to put more conscious effort into my wardrobe, but I don't really know how. Especially if all my quizzes were so confusing. And then I found Jane Birkin. And it just kind of felt like everything fell into place. I started searching on Pinterest for flamboyant natural, and I found a ton of outfit collage inspos and style tips for people with a similar shape to mine. And then, the greatest revelation of all time, my lifelong style icon, somebody who I've always wanted to dress more like, Princess Diana. And she was apparently considered a flamboyant natural as well. And it kind of just felt like all of a sudden I had some odd sense of permission, like I could finally, after many years of wanting to style myself more like her, like I felt like I finally could. Human brains are weird, I'm telling ya. I've been editing on my couch in my pajamas all day, and I really didn't want to film anything else because I just kind of wanted to be a lump on my couch for the rest of the day, but The outro that I originally filmed really didn't make very much sense because I filmed it a couple of days ago, and since then I have made some serious progress. So, I definitely took some time to sort through the process of Kibbe typing. It didn't just happen in like a couple of hours. It's taken me a couple of days to figure out what I am. And even though I was originally like super upset about the height restrictions, ultimately I'm not mad at them because it did help me to settle on flamboyant natural as my type. And honestly, the vast majority of the clothing that I see in that category are things that I genuinely am interested in wearing and things that I can totally see myself pulling from in my closet. I 100% still plan on sewing and wearing pretty much whatever I want. Like, this doesn't really change much, but I can definitely see myself using the flamboyant natural guidelines to help me purchase and thrift new pieces and patterns that I can like use in my closet, just to kind of help me make more of a cohesive wardrobe and less of kind of what I have currently where nothing really goes together and half the clothes don't fit my body anymore anyways. Overall, I would consider this a good but frustrating experience, and if you choose to type yourself or if you know your type, let me know in the comments below because I know nothing about any other type than flamboyant natural at this point in time. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. New videos are on their way soon, and in this house, we craft in pajamas. Something interesting that I thought about the flamboyant natural thing is that a lot of the silhouettes are very relaxed and comfortable, and I'm like, wait a second, I love being comfortable, and these silhouettes are like long, flowy lines. I will definitely be leaning into that in the coming future. Maybe I'll even make my own pair of sweatpants. I have not done that in a long time.